Yeah. It's a special announcement, man. It's a special announcement for all the other London clubs, man. Chelsea is back. And I, your host, Coach Sensei, it's here. The coach, like Mourinho, with a touch of Ancelotti. Yeah, I've been a while. I've been back. I was trying to get my coaching license. I've been on sabbatical, been studying hard, trying to get my FIFA license, coaching license. And yeah, it's coming up little by little. We're trying to get it so we can go into business. But for now, I remain your coach Sensei, and we are here to talk about the Italian process in Chelsea. Chelsea are back and we are here to stay. And kudos to Coach Mariska on his performance so far in Chelsea. You see, I always tell people before, even people used to DM me, hey, coach, where are you? I said, no, I'm coming. And now I'm here. Mariska, the difference between Mariska and all the other coaches that flopped in Chelsea is you having a winning mentality. You might be a good tactician, you might be a good philosopher, you might be the best in the world, but once you don't have that winning mentality, you are going nowhere. And if you can see it from Potter down to Lampard, down again to Pochettino, you could see it. They're good coaches, but they are not winners. And also, again, not only you being a winner, you knowing how to coordinate your team. You might have a bunch full of players, but you just have to know how to make it work. For example, Sancho in Man U was a flop. In Borussia Dortmund was a great player. Coming back to Man U, you see it was a flop. Having loggerheads with the managers. You see sometimes there are some players that needs to be treated with special attention. And if I could remember Mourinho and Ancelotti, they attend to their players in different manners. The way they are going to attend to like a Lampard will be different from the way they are going to attend to a Drogba. Every players are different. You should know how to blend, have a connection with your players. Like, where it's like where you were like family. Because I remember so many times where we've heard where Mourinho has called maybe like for example, there was a time I don't know if it's true, but there was a time Obi Mikel was having red cards up and down, and the rumors were flying out there that Mourinho had a conversation with the parents of Mikel Obi, and we don't know if it's true, but stuff like this, having personal relationship with your players, reaching down to the grassroots, reaching them back to the houses, is a very good way of drawing that player close to you. Because once a player sees you as family, he believes whatever you tell him and he wants to play for you. But not when you put in your ego first before your players and you try to play superiority. I'm the boss and you are the boy. You have to do what I want if you like it or not. Football of the old works that way because coaches were given that opportunity. You can see a coach that can be in a team for 10 years, 12 years, and doesn't get sacked. Those were the styles of the old. But on the modern day football, the players are the ones that dictate the pace. You can remember, I think in 2014, 2015, when Mourinho had the problem with the female doctor, the whole players revolted against him and he was sacked. They played poorly just to have a revenge on the manager, and that's cost the manager his job. Not even minding that he just won the league, it cost him his job. So you see, these days the player dictates what happens. So you as a manager, you have to be 100% smart. That's why I've been doing my meditations in the mountains in China, trying my best to meditate, to know how to teach myself how to have that high IQ psyche to control my players, for them to play, for them to do what I want. And I get to understand that you have to make these players like your own family members. Be their brother, be their father, all in one. Make them believe in you, make them trust you. And these players, they are going to play for you. But when you bring in your ego into the game, I am very sure these players won't play for you. You can see Chelsea right now. One of the things that it is helping Maresca right now, it's the bunch of players he has. Number one, the players all returning from injuries are one of his success. Like Fofana coming back from injury, the captain, Rhys James, coming back from injury, Chilwell, even though people are saying they haven't, no, Chilwell coming back from injury is also a plus for the manager, even though he's not playing. You could see so many things are at his advantage. He just coming in, winning the English Championship with Leicester City. He already is coming in with a winning mentality. And you see again, there's something I told people. When you as a manager, you are coming into a club, the coaching staff you are to bring should be limited. Always work with the coaching staff you already have in that particular team. You could come in with your assistant manager, you could come in with one or two players, but not changing the full backroom staff. If you can remember well, Coach Potter did that when he came from Brighton, and that was one of his downfall, because the existing coaches who are there, they have more connections with these players more than you, and they see most of their flaws more than you, because you have a defensive coach, you have an attacking coach, you have a mental coach, you have a physical coach, you have different coaches, you have the goalkeeper coach. This interacts with certain players, not the entire players. So you see so many things with your defense coaches have more ideas with your defense players than the attacking players. But you as a manager, you are trying to unionize, you're trying to bring in all your players in one. You are not like sidelining any of your player. You are looking at all your players at once, and you looking at them at once, you won't have that kind of you won't have a total full coverage of your players. That is why you have your coaches that has a one-on-one with them. So you changing them is like you're already cooking a food, and your food is halfway done, and you sack the chef and you hire a new chef to continue from where that chef stopped. You see, the chef doesn't know the ingredients, the whatever he has added, where he stopped, and you see he is always going to want to put the fire down, take out what that guy has been cooking, and start all over from the beginning. And starting over from the beginning is not that easy. So Chelsea is doing well. To my other London clubs, you see, you've been hating on us. Arsenal, we're coming for you. Watch out. Arsenal, we're coming for you. The Gunners, you see, you've been a child, you've been a lady that has been pregnant for many years. You won the FA Cup to break that spell, but now you're always carrying second and third. You see, Arsenal is not meant for greatness. That is why there's no how Chelsea will be in the position Arsenal was last season and will not win the league. It is not possible. And now you can see the winning mentality coming to this player. This were at least 80% of majority of the players that Coach Pochettino had with him, and he could not perform that magic. And if you remember well, Noni Madueke, he's playing fantastic well this season. This was the player Pochettino was benching while he was the manager. And rumors went there that he had an issue, Madueke had an issue with Pochettino when he was at Tottenham, and which we can't say if that is 100% correct, but the rumors were out there, and that was why he was benching Madueke. And you could see there are so many other players that was having those problems. You can see Cole Palmer coming in this season and becoming the star man. You see, it's about you having that determination. And I see Cole Palmer being one of the English players of late that is showing that determination that they could do it. Because the most things we know about English players is they come out for like 2 seasons, 3 seasons, they give you good performance and they go down the drain. But with the lights of Cole Palmer, I can see him going well. And if he should keep this pace, I think he should be among the contenders for world best for the next FIFA world best player. And I wish him all the best. And you could see it, football in general. You see, I always tell people that football is like a religion. And a religion, you need determination, you need commitment, you need to follow some guidelines, you need to follow some processes. And I always tell people, every team has a spirit that they dwells with them. Chelsea has always been an aggressive team. And for you to perform, I told it to some of my fellow, like the failed footballer earlier. I told them, look, Chelsea only needs managers that are aggressive. Pochettino is a good manager, but he lacks the aggression. Aggression gives you determination. Potter lacks aggression. You could see Lampard lacked aggression. And if you go down the line, all the managers that have succeeded in Chelsea, they all had aggression. From the likes of Ranieri, down to Mourinho, down to Ancelotti, down to Antonio Conte, down to Tuchel, you could see it. All these managers that have succeeded in Chelsea all are aggressive managers. And if you watch Maresca very well, when he was the manager of Leicester City last season, you could see he's an aggressive manager. You could see it in his looks, in his the way he behaves on the pitch. You know, this is an aggressive manager, and it's working for us now. And the only thing I want for Coach Maresca now to do is maintain the pace. Whatever he's doing now, whoever has been his lucky charm, he should maintain it. I can see for some games now, he has been maintaining Jackson, Cole Palmer, Madueke, Sancho, Enzo, Caicedo, Cucurella, Fofana, and Levi Colwell, and Malo Gusto. Yeah, but the captain still injured. Yeah, the keepers. Yeah, I think the other guys should to fight for a shirt to put Sanchez on the run, because I feel Sanchez for me is not that too good, but I feel he needs competition to build himself up. He's still a young goalkeeper that has his future ahead of him. So with the good competition, you can get the best out of any players. And now the EPL is on. Everything is going smooth. And for me, with this current Chelsea squad, I know my haters are going to be there saying, Sensei, Coach Sensei, what are you saying? Why are you saying Chelsea is doing well? Yeah, at the moment we're doing well, and even it probably might happen this season that we will be the only club in the whole in the whole Europe that has won all the UEFA titles. We've won the Champions League, we've won the Europa, and now we're in the Conference League. And if we should win it this season, it will go into the records that Chelsea is the only club that has won all 3 titles of UEFA. And if that should happen, that was gonna be a fucking shit to my Arsenal fans, man. Arsenal, you haven't won anyone. You haven't won the Europa, Champions League. Oh, come on. Even the Conference League. Yeah, they will say, yeah, they're playing with the big boys. They're playing the Champions League. But no, winning is winning. If you win the 3rd division, you won something. And that is why I say Chelsea is the team to watch out for this season. And for me, yes, some people say Jackson is not yet. Yes, Jackson is a good player, but for me, he is not yet there. Nkunku, for me, should start ahead of Jackson. Even if he has been scoring, you could see Jackson could miss 15 goals and score 1 or score 2. For me, that is not a striker. A striker should be somebody where if you have 10 chances to score the goal, you should be able to score at least 5. That is a striker. And you can see his ball movements, his pace, the way he goes with the ball. You see he lacks confidence. He's a good player, but he lacks confidence. He's always afraid when he's with the ball. That is why there's one mistake the owners of Chelsea did that still pains me to today, was not signing Victor Osimhen. Because signing Victor Osimhen could have been the greatest blessing Chelsea could have had this season. Because with what Cole Palmer, Sancho is doing, you can see the way you could see there's a pass Sancho gave to Nkunku, and Nkunku scored that goal. Nkunku went in between 2 defenders in the 18-yard box to score a goal. Nicholas Jackson would have not done that. No bad to Nicholas Jackson. I like him. He's my fellow African brother. But for me, he should step up his game. If not, Chelsea owners, please go for Victor Osimhen. Right now, he's in Galatasaray on a loan to January. Please forget whatever tactics you're trying to play, your weight status. Right now, all Chelsea needs is a top number 9 to put Jackson on the run. And right now, there are no other striker apart from Haaland, which is in Man City. Ivan Toney is a great player, but right now he's in the Saudi League, which he's no longer available. And I'll still go with Osimhen ahead of Ivan Toney. And which other players do you want to call? Which other strikers do you want to call right now that are doing? Lewandowski is going on the retirement angle. Julian from Man City has gone to Atletico Madrid. You could see Mbappe, yeah, not a striker but a good player. He's in Real Madrid. So they're the only available top 9 right now in the market is Victor Osimhen, and we all know he has had a fallout with Napoli, which just now he's already sacked his agent. His agent was not his problem. He sacked his agent. Meet Victor Osimhen right now. I'm not sure if he has gotten a new agent. Meet with Victor Osimhen now. Negotiate with him. Pay him that money, and you could put in clauses inside there. For you to drive a striker up. Okay, come on. I'm going to pay you $350,000 a week if you could score 12 goals or 15 goals at least in the season, and we are going to up your fees from 200, 250 to 350. Give him a target. Tell him, oh, no problem, I'll pay you whatever you want, but I have a mark that I want you to get to. If you get to that point, I'm going to pay you. There's nobody you give a target like Victor Osimhen that is not going to want to make it. Right from when he was in the under-17s, that they won the under-17 World Cup, I've been following Victor Osimhen very well, and you can see his progression. He's a determined player. He always wants to win. You can see the zealousness in him, and I feel with the crop of players Chelsea have now, Victor Osimhen, it's that kind of player Chelsea needs right now. Because for me, Victor Osimhen is going to complete Chelsea and put Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City on the run for the Premier League. And we still have the next half of the season, which will begin in January. We have the opportunity to sign Victor Osimhen in January. Right now, he's available. And right now, we are not in the Champions League. We're not in the Europa. So Victor Osimhen has full authority to play for Chelsea in the Conference League, play in the EPL, play in the FA Cup, play in the Carabao Cup also again. So right now, owners of Chelsea, I tell you right now, go for Victor Osimhen. And in other news, let's talk about let me talk about my haters a little bit. Arsenal for me is a kind of big disappointment for me, because I'm a West London fan, I'm a Chelsea fan, and I can never support any other London club apart from Chelsea. But there was a point last season I went out of my ways and I was rooting for Gunners. I was rooting for Arsenal, because I was like, rather than Guardiola winning the league with Man City, or Man City winning that league, I prefer for my enemies to win that league. Rather for Man City to win the league, I prefer my enemies. And I was rooting for Arsenal. And Arsenal, you poured soap, oil, charcoal in my eye. I can never believe it. The level you got to February towards March, you were on top of the table. Maintain them. You had less injuries in your players, but your players had lacked that determination, and they paid the price for it. And for me, it's not good. And so I can't root for them anymore. I rather root for a Brighton, a Fulham to win the league than an Arsenal to win the league. With what they did to me last season, and my team is on form. I am rooting for my team right now. So it's your boy, Coach Sensei, here live and direct from the studio. I'm back. And to the Career Podcast, man. Yeah, I am back. Yeah, I'm back, man. I'm back, and I'm back from my coaching course, trying to get my FIFA coaching license, and I'm back. And here to always give you the latest news on Chelsea Football Club and the latest news on football, and always make it with a touch of class, like my two mentors, Mourinho and Ancelotti. And here I am wishing you the best. Go Chelsea. We have to make it to the first position by the end of the season, and we shall do our best. Thank you.